session we shall do the part 2. We shall solve 3 by 3 linear systems using the Gaussian elimination method, or the Gauss-Jordan method, or the row reduction method. Please, it is very important, I repeat, it is very important that you view the part 1 of this video. Very important that you view the part 1 of this video, because we used the part 1 to cover the theory, and we also did the solution of 2 by 2 linear systems. In part 1, we covered the theory, which is the main thing, and then we did the solution of 2 by 2 linear systems using the Gaussian elimination method. So it is very important that you view the part 1 before you continue with the part 2. Alright, so we go ahead. The same principle we use in 2 by 2 linear systems is the same principle we shall use here. So the same principle we used in part 1 is the same principle we shall use in part 2. We look at question 1. We have 2x plus 4y minus 3z equal to minus 18. Y is equal to z minus 3x minus 5, x minus 2y plus 4z equal to 14. So let's look at this first. Are the variables complete? X, y, z, y, z, x, x, y, z, the variables are complete in the 3 equations. Are the variables aligned? They are not aligned. We've got to align them because equation 2 is not aligned. So we have to align equation 2. So we now have 2x plus 4y minus 3z. Equation 1 is good. Then equation 2, we have to align it. We bring this guy over here. This is 3x. Y is there already, plus y. We bring this guy over here, minus z, equal to minus 5. Equation 2 is now aligned. Then x minus 2y plus 4z equal to 14. Alright, so this is now okay. We now have to do what? Write an augmented matrix. It will be better we kind of use here, so we have more space. So the augmented matrix, we have 2, 3, 1, 4, 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, 4, and this is negative 18, negative 5, 14. Okay, you know, in the equation, in the part 1, we had 1001 xy because it was 2 by 2. In this part 2, what do we have? We will have 100 x, 010 for y, 001 for z. That's what we have in this part 2. In part 1 we have this. So let's go ahead and do the operations. Here we use row 1 to operate on row 2, and we use row 1 to operate on row 3. Okay? It will now be 2 operations rather than 1 operation like we did in part 1. So what we got now? 2, 3, this will be what? Negative 3 R1 plus 2 R2. If you test it, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus 2 times 3 is 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. It works. Then you have this one will be negative R1 plus 2 R3. If you want to put negative 1, that's fine. That's fine. If you test it, it will be negative 2 plus 2 times 1, 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So we proceed. Which row remains? Which row does not change? Which row remains unchanged? Row 1. We write it first. 2, 4, negative 3. negative 18. Then negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 plus 6 is 0. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay. 9 minus 2 is 7. Negative 3 times negative 18 will give us a 54. 54 minus 10. 54 minus 10 is 44. Right? Row 3, negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Negative 4 plus negative 4. So negative 4 minus 4 is what? Negative 4 plus negative 4. Negative 4 is negative 8. Negative 3 is 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. Negative 18 is 18. 18 plus 28. 18 plus 28 is 46. Okay? 18, 28, 46. Just to make sure. Okay? Then, next operation we use R2 to operate on R1, and we use R2 to operate on R3. For a negative 10, I'll prefer using what? 2 and negative 5. I'll prefer using 2 and negative 5. If we have negative 10 and we have 4, this is R2, this is R1. I prefer having negative 5 and then 2. Multiply this by 5, multiply this by 2. So this is 2R2 plus 5R1. Okay, it will give us negative 10 plus 10. If we test it, 2 times negative 10 is negative 20 plus 20, that's 0. Then, negative 10, negative 8. I prefer using negative 10, negative 8. I prefer using 5 and 4. Okay? 2 into 10 is 5, 2 into 8 is 4. Then I prefer using negative 4 R2 plus 5 R3. Because this will be negative 10, and negative 4 times negative 10 is 40. 40 minus 40 is 0. Okay? You need to view my part 1. If you don't understand what I'm doing, you need to view part 1 right away. Alright, so what do I have now, folks? What do I have? What row remains unchanged? Row 2. 0, negative 10, 7, 44. I write the row first. Then 2 times 0 is 0 plus 5 times 2 is 10. This is negative 20 plus 20 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 minus 15 is minus 1. 2 times 44 is 88. 88 minus 90. Because 18 times 5 is 90. So 88 minus 90 is minus 2. Then row 3, 0, 0 is 0. 40 minus 40 is 0. Okay? We are accomplishing it. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Then 40 minus 40 is 0. Negative 28. Right? Negative 28 plus 55 is what? 55 minus 28. This will give us 27. Okay, 27. Negative 27. Negative 28 plus 55. 27. Yeah. Negative 28 plus 55. Right? It's 27. Then negative 4 times 44. 44 times 4 is what? 16, 1. 176, negative 176, right? 5 times 46, 46 times 5, 30, 5 times 4, 20, plus 3, 23. Now negative 176 plus 230, so 230 minus 176, this is 4, this is 5, 54, right? 1, 0, 6, 13, 54. Okay? Negative 176 plus 230, 54. Alright, so the next thing we do, we use row 3 to operate on this, row 3 to operate on row 1, and row 3 to operate on row 2. Row 3 to operate on row 1 will be what? Arrow 3 plus 27 arrow 1, because that's 27 minus 27, 0. Then row 3 to operate on row 2 will be negative 7 arrow 3 plus 27 arrow 2 plus 27 arrow 2. Alright folks, what we got? What row remains unchanged? What row remains unchanged? Row 3. We have 0, 0, 27, 54. Then row 1. 0 plus 27 times 10 is 270. 0, 0 is 0. 27 minus 27 is 0. 54 minus 54, because 2 times 27 is 54. 54 minus 54 is 0. Then row 2, 0, 0 is 0. 0 plus 27 times negative 10 is negative 270. Negative, of course, this will give us 0. Okay. Now, negative 7 times 54 is what? 54 times 7, 8, 2, 35 plus 2, 37. Negative 37 plus negative 7 times 54, negative 378. Negative 378 plus 27 times 44. 27 times 44, 4 times 7, 28, 2, 4 times 2, 8, plus 2, 10. Okay? 4 times 7, 28, 2. 4 times 2, 8, plus 2, 10. So we have 8, 8, 1, 1, 8, 8. Let's check it again. Let's do it again. 4 times 7, 28, 8, 2 times 2, 8 plus 2, 10. 28, 8, 2. Okay, 8, 8, 1, 1, 8, 8. Now this is plus 1, 1, 8, 8. So 1, 1, 8, 8 minus 3, 7, 8. This is 0. This is 1. This is 8, 8, 10. 8, 10. 8, 10. 8, 1, 0. 8, 10. Okay? Then, what do we do next? We have now made this 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we now do R1 divided by 270, then negative R2 divided by 270, then R3 divided by 27. So what we got now? What do we now have? We have 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay? 1, 0, 0, 0. 0, 1, 0. Negative 810 divided by 270. Negative 810 over 270. Right? And then we have 0, 0, 1, 54 over 27. Of course, this is 0 over 270, which is 0. We can kind of write it. Now let's find out. Our x is 0 over 270, so our x is 0. Our y is negative 810 over 270, so our y is what? Negative 3, right? Our y is negative 3 because this divides this, so 27 times 3. 3 times 7, 1, 2, times 2, 6 plus 2, yeah. Negative 3. And then our z is 54 over 27. Our z is 2. That's it. What do we do next? We have to check our work. So, and when we check with what? The main equation. We don't check with the modified equation. So we made it to look like this, and this is our x, y, and z. We check with the main equation. The first equation we have here, 2x plus 4y minus 3z equal to minus 18. Left hand side, right hand side. So this is a left hand side is 2x plus 4y minus 3z. Right hand side is minus 18. Now our x is 0, 2 times 0 plus 4 times. Our y is minus 3. Minus 3 times 2. So this is 0 minus 12 minus 6. And that is minus 18. Yay! We just a little rejoicing. Just little rejoicing. Little. You just dance a little bit. Because you've only checked one equation. You need to check 2 more. So let's check for the next for the next 2 equations and see what we got. Our x is 0. So for the second equation, y equal to z minus 3x minus 5. Our left hand side is y. Our right hand side is z minus 3x minus 5. So y is negative 3. Z is 2 minus 3 times 0. X is 0 minus 5. So this is 2 minus 0 minus 5, which is minus 3. And then you now do just a little more. You now dance a little more. The more than the energy you put the previous time. Until you check the what? The third equation. Third equation, x minus 2y plus 4z equal to 14. Left hand side is x minus 2y plus 4z. Right hand side is 14. So left hand side we have what? X is 0 minus 2 times negative 3 plus 4 times 2. So this is 6 plus 8, which is 14. 14 on the left, 14 on the right. You now increase it. Okay, folks, we've done question 1. Now let's go to question 2, last but not the least. Question 2. Question 2, we have 3x minus 2y plus z equal to 9. X plus y plus 4z equal to 4. 2x plus 3z equal to negative 1. Alright, let's look at this. Are the variables complete? Are they complete? In equation 1, x, y, z, complete. Equation 2, x, y, z, complete. Equation 3, x, z, not complete. Something is missing. What variable is missing in equation 3? Y. Y, y, not y as in WHY, no. So the variable y is missing. So what did we say in part 1? What did we say in part 1? If a variable is missing, what do you do? What do? You assign 0 coefficient. and put the variable. You must make sure the variables are complete. If they are not complete, you have to assign 0 coefficient and put the variable. And of course, you align it. So let's go ahead and do this. We have 3x minus 2y plus z equal to 9. X plus y plus 4z equal to 4. And then 2x, we align this, plus 0y. You assign 0 coefficient. Plus 3z equal to -1. So now they are complete, they are aligned. Let's check whether we can simplify any of them. 3, -2, 1, 9. No, we cannot. Equation 2, 1, 1, 4, 4. No, we cannot. Equation 3, 2, 0, 3, -1. No, we cannot. So we go ahead and do what? Write the augmented matrix. This is 3, 1, 2, -2, 1, 0, 1, 4, 3. 3, 1, 2, -2, 1, 0, 1, 4, 3, 9, 4, -1. That's the augmented matrix. And of course, we want it to be 1, 0, 0, then x here, 0, 1, 0, y here, 0, 0, 1, z. Okay. Now, the first thing we do, what are the operations we use? We use row 1 to operate on row 2, and we also use row 1 to operate on row 3. Right? We use row 1 to operate on row 2, and we use row 1 to operate on row 3. So let's fix the operations. This will be -r1 plus 3r2. Let us test it. -3 plus 3 is 0. And this will be -2r1 plus 3r3. Let us test it. -2 times 3, -6, plus 3 times 2, 6. -6 plus 6 is 0. So we can proceed. Now, which row does not change? Row 1, we write it first. 3, -2, 1, 9. Then, let's get to row 2. -3 plus 3 is 0. -2 is 2. Plus 3 times 1, 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay? -1 plus 12. -1 plus 12. 12 minus 1, 11. -9 plus 12. -9 plus 12 is what? 3. Okay, then row 3. -6 plus 6 is 0. -2 is 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. -2 plus 9. -2 plus 9 is 7. Right? Then -18 minus 3. -18 minus 3 is -21. Okay? So we've done this row. We've used row 1. Now let's use row 2. R2 plus R1, then R2 plus R3. Okay, let's fix the operations. This will be 2R2 plus 5R1. 2 times 5, 10, plus -10, 0. And this will be -4R2 plus 5R3. -4 times 5 is -20 plus 20, 0. So let's proceed. Okay, folks, what row does not change? Row 2. We write it first. 0, 5, 11, 3. Then back to row 1. 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 5 times 3, 15. 2 times 5, 10, minus 10, 0. 2 times 11, 22. 2 times 11 is what? 22 plus 5 is 27. 2 times 3, 6. 6 plus 45. Because 5 times 9 is 45. So 6 plus 45 is 51. 51. Right? 45 plus 6 is 51. Then row 3, 0, 0 is 0 here. Negative 20 plus 20 is 0. Negative 4 times 11 is negative 44. Negative 44 plus 35 is negative what? 44 minus 35. 40 minus 5 is 9. Negative 9. Okay? Negative 44 plus 35 is negative 9. Then negative 12 minus, that should be 105. Is that right? This is negative 12. Negative 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2, 10. Negative 105. So that should be what? Negative what? 117. Okay? 105 plus 12 is 117. Negative 117. Okay? Alright. The next operation, we use row 3 to operate on row 1 and row 2, row 3 to operate on row 1, and then row 3 to operate on row 2. Let's write the operations. This is 27 and negative 9, so it's like saying negative 3, no, not negative, just 3 arrow 3 plus arrow 1. 3 times negative 9 is negative 27. Plus 27 is 0. Then this will be 11 arrow 3 and 9 arrow 2. 11 times negative 9 is negative 99 plus 9 times 11, 99. Negative 99 plus 99 is 0. We move ahead. Which row does not change? Row 3. We have 0, 0, negative 9, 1, negative 117. Right? Then we get to row 1. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 15 is 15. 0, 0 is 0. 3 times negative 9, negative 27 plus 27, 0. Now 3 times negative 117. Negative 117 times 3. 3 times 7, this is 51. 3 times 1 is 3. Right? Negative 351 plus 51. Okay? So this will give us negative 300. Right? Negative 300. Row 2, 0, 0 is 0. 11 times 0 is 0 plus 9 times 5 is 45. This will give us 0. Negative 99 plus 99 is 0. Then we have 11 times negative 117. 117 times 11. This is 7, 117. This is 7, 1, 1. And this is 7, 8, negative 1287. Right? Negative 1287. Then plus 9 times 3 is 27. So this is negative what? This is a 0. This is 6. Negative 1260. Negative 1260. Alright folks, let's now finish this up. This will be arrow 1 over 15, arrow 2 over 45, and then negative arrow 3 over 9. Negative arrow 3 over 9. So what we got now, what do we have? We have 1, 0, 0, This is negative 300 over 15. We shall still find it out. Then 0, 1, 0. Negative 1260 over 45. Then 0, 0, 1. Now this is negative, negative. Negative, negative. Right? Negative, negative. 117 over 9. Negative, negative is positive. So 117 over 9. Okay, so our x is negative 300 over 15. That should give us negative 20. Negative 20. Our y is negative 1260 over 45. I'm not using a calculator, so I've got to simplify it. This is negative 5 into 12 is 2, 10. 26 is 5, 25, 10, 2, right? Then over 9, which is negative 9 into 25 is 2, 18, 15 minus 8 is 7, 72 is 8. So y is negative 28. Okay? And then our z will be what now? What's our z? Our z will be 117 over 9, which is 1, 9, 27 is 13. Our z is 13. So z will be 13. Alright, let's find out by doing what? Let's find out whether we got it right. By doing what? Check our work. And when we check with the main equation. So let's check with the main equation. And the first equation, 3x minus 2y plus z equal to 9. Left hand side, right hand side. Left hand side is 3x minus 2y plus z. Right hand side is 9. So this is a 3 times 20 minus 2 times negative 28. Okay, plus 13. So this is 60 plus 56 plus 13. Is that right? 60. Oh, I'm sorry, this is x is negative 20. You see, when you're checking, when we check this, if you add this, it's not going to give you 9. So that was, you see why it is good to check. It is always good to check. X is negative 20. So this is negative 60. Okay. Negative 60 plus 56 is negative 4. Plus 13, that gives us 9. So 9 on the left, 9 on the right. Don't jump too much to touch this ceiling. Just jump a little. Just a little. Because you have just checked only one equation. Okay, let's go ahead and check the other 2 equations and make sure they are correct. If they are not correct, we are in trouble. I hope they are correct so that I won't have to come and start repeating this. Now this will be x plus y plus 4z equal to 4. Left hand side, right hand side. Right hand side is 4. Left hand side is x plus y plus 4z. So x is negative 20 plus y is negative 28 plus 4 times 13. So this is minus 20 minus 28 plus 52. So this is minus 48 plus 52. And that is 4. 4 on the left, 4 on the right. You just jump a little higher than the ones you did before. But yet, not touching the ceiling. Don't touch the ceiling yet. Okay? Next one. 2x plus 3z is negative 1. Left hand side, right hand side. Right hand side is negative 1. Left hand side 2x plus 3z. So this means 2 times negative 20 plus 3 times 13. That is questions,